Il voulait pas partir. Il a gratté.
Defensemen are number 18, Johan Ayuto, and number 4, Antoine Managam. And forwards, number 81, Anthony Lett, number 14, Stefano Da Costa, and number 9, Tamen Flori.
It is day 2 of the IIHF World Hockey Championship. Our focus on Group A in Royal Arena. And the second games for both the Belarusians and for France, and two Canadian coaches. Head coach of Belarus, Dave Lewis from Kindersley, Saskatchewan. 4th year behind the bench for the Belarusians. And for France, it's Dave Henderson from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Been involved with the French national team since way back in 2005. He's back here in 2018. And both these teams, Mike, coming off pretty tough opening games. Both starting goalies were pulled in those games, and they'll look for bounce-back performances.
They will. The goaltenders will have not quite as difficult a time, as Florian Hardy played about half the game against Russia. Then he got the pull, and Kubakov about the same against Sweden before he got pulled and replaced. But these are the games that these teams focus on. These are the games that they want to win, expect to pull points out, and will determine whether they get to stay in the top grouping, the World Championship, or not. So yesterday games were tough. These are a more realistic test for France and Belarus.
France, only 10 shots on net versus Russia. They'll have to get more pucks on net. And in front of Ivan Kolbakov, who gets the start. And Yoann Ovi, joining France and in the lineup in this hockey game, the Edmonton Oilers. Spent some time with the New Jersey Devils as well, so he should help us. Damien Fleury driving in for France. He couldn't get there in time. Fleury, longtime participant for France at the World Hockey Championship, and he's always an offensive threat in his 9th World Championship for France. Fleury, 16 goals in 56 career games. Unable to find the back of the net in that opening game. As the Belarusians control. Back to Felkovsky, in front, shot, and first real test, Alexander Kitterov lets a good shot go, and Florian Hardy makes the stop. And as we look at Obi, second game for France, his first action, and he should provide some stability, Mike, on the back end.
Yeah, had 33 games with the Edmonton Oilers this year. At this level, will be tasked with breaking out, defending the other team's top lines, transition plays, and he can do all of that. It's a significant addition to the lineup for France to get somebody with NHL experience back in the lineup. Of course, they have Belmar, who's playing in Vegas still. Antoine Roussel down in Dallas are not with them right now, but to get Obi to a defenseman is big.
Faceoff comes to the near wall, bouncing puck in the circle as Teddy DaCosta chips it up ice. Trey giving chase. Stefan DaCosta is the captain, his brother Teddy on the second line. Trey, Gutig, and Teddy DaCosta make up the second line for France, and Fleury, Stefan DaCosta, and Rek. The top line, shot from distance, turned aside by Florian Hardy, and a chance here, and look out, the goalie coming out, and a nice heads-up play.
Quick off the line. If you're gonna go, you gotta go quick.
Kolbakov was coming in with speed. He got there in time, and he made a nice play. As Texier is knocked off the puck. Young man you are watching closely, one of your key players, Alexandre Texier for France, wearing number 63.
Second round pick from 2017 to Columbus. Just 18 years old, playing at the World Championships with the men.
Texier on the team that helped France qualify for the under-18 Worlds for the very first time. Unfortunately, those players aged out and could not participate at Chelyabinsk and Magnitogorsk, Russia. This year's U18s, and France will be relegated once again.
Well, he's good enough in the younger age, lower division. He individually could carry a team a long way.
Razvodovsky going in behind the net, trying to pick off that puck. France starts it up ice, that pass for Ferraveri, but he wanted to change, so he just looked at the pass and skated away from it.
Get that thing away from me. I'm going off.
You don't see that very often. All right, he's off for a change, a turnover, and the Belarusians go to work. Chip down to the near corner. Razvodovsky, he's having a long shift. Backhands it, down low. Maxim Shushko gets pinned along the board, centering pass in front, and that's broken up. Shushko, a star at the World Juniors in Buffalo. 2 goals and 8 points. Named a top 3 player on his team as well. Played with Owen Sound back in North America in the OHL. The Belarusians control. Alexander Kitterov behind the net. Swung up to the blue line. Long shot broken up, didn't get through, and retreating is Vrobe. Pavel Vrobe looks at his defensive partner, swung back up. Pavlovich starts it up ice. That shot off a skate of Foyle and into the corner. Nice moves coming in. Shot, glove stop, rebound. Damien Fleury scores! Damien Fleury, the veteran. Money on the doorstep, and it's 1-0.
Good start for France as Damien Fleury, one of the long-time offensive catalysts, cashed in a nice play from DaCosta. Stefan DaCosta dances to the middle, gets it inside, and then Fleury does a good job of stopping at the puck right here. Don't slide by the goal line. He stays above it, banks it off the post and off the foot of Kulbakov and in behind the net, but it comes with good offensive habits by staying above the goal line where you can still be a threat on a rebound. Damien Fleury doing what he has done for such a long time for France in his 9th World Championship. Gets there first in the tournament.
That is his 17th goal all time at the Men's World Championship. As Mike mentioned, first goal for France in this tournament. Florian Hardy back to play. He'll swing it along the boards. As Kittelroff was looking for it. Fleury's played pro pretty much everywhere. France, Sweden, Switzerland, Finland, Germany, even China. So a busy passport for Damien Fleury. 32 years of age, you love the game, you just keep on competing, and you know these guys love every year a chance to represent their country and put on that jersey. Puck to the near wall, and good job from Teddy DaCosta to get it down low. Trey behind the net, he drops it off for Texier. Texier to the blue line, long shot, and that's stopped. Goes to the right corner as Kulbakov made the save. Jeff Platt brings it in for the Belarusians, Canadian-born player.
Texier in his own end all the way back on the back check, taking it off with Platt, top of his own circle. That's a great back check.
Koviershin ships it into the zone of France. Platt, shot from distance, stopped. As Florian Hardy makes the stop. You know, we talked about Hardy getting pulled in that game against Russia in his defense. He didn't have a lot of chance on a few of those as Platt centers off some skates, didn't get through. He was under siege in that hockey game, and the Russian forwards, a lot of talent up front. That shot misses along the boards as Chekashvili let it go. Battle continues in the near corner. Denisov tries to dig it out to the near circle, and the Belarusians able to move it up ice. Pass in front, backhand. That just missed. Verobi tries to kick it to his stick and chip it into the French zone as they're changing on the fly. That was close to too many men. Might have been too many men on the ice. I counted 6 as they were changing right by the bench.
I've already seen one of those called in this tournament. They do have a very tight standard.
Fleury to Clairo, fires. Oh, he just missed the far post. Fleury getting involved offensively. He's got a little jump in his step in this hockey game. Manavillon pinching in. As Manavillon fires it in behind the net. Fleury off for a change. France going to change their game plan, up by 1 now early here, Mike?
No, so much time left in the game. They're just trying to establish what they can do, but they can feel buoyed by the fact that they can play. I mean, they were taken out of the game against Russia right away. They never had the puck. They were chasing and defending. Now they've gotten one past Kulbakov. One of their top scorers is feeling pretty good. DaCosta's got an assist, and all of a sudden, more things open up. They want to keep pushing the pace of play and extending the lead.
Stefan DaCosta wearing the C for France in this tournament. Face off to the left of Kulbakov. Up to Janil, and we've seen Jonathan Janil. He loves to fire the puck, and he can rip it from the blue line.
And either way, slap or wrist, or he can really, really shoot at number 3 for France, right defense.
High bouncing puck into the French zone. Pavlich giving chase. wrapped along the boards, and here is Jonathan Genil. Drops it off. That pass is frail, let it go. Missed the mark and comes all the way into neutral ice area. And Kevin Hekifoil back for France. His teammates changing. Hekifoil to Texier. Valentin Clairaut in the corner. Tries to circle away from his man and get it in deep. Chipped along the far wall. Tchekashvili is pinned. And Texier racing back for France. What did you like about Texier's game in his opener?
Well, he uses his speed so well to create open ice, and he's strong on the puck, even though he's just 18 years old against Russia, who have seasoned players throughout their lineup. He was able to handle it and make plays, and that's what you're looking for, a guy who wants to play offense. Can he create plays against a team as good as Russia was yesterday?
Manavillon spins and fires it down deep behind the goal line. Turnover from the slot. Good shot. Bouncing puck in front. No one can get a stick on it. And it comes out of the zone as Henkiel was looking to break in over the stick of Komirshin. And controlled by Perret. Perret, a weak backhand. That's picked off. Perret unable to keep it in the zone. As Nicholas Ritz settles it down. Sends it back, and everyone changing up ahead. So Antoine Manavillon, arguably the best beard in the tournament so far, at least for the players. We've seen some beauties outside of the beer gardens, but that's a pretty good one on the ice. Belarusians down by one, centering pass knocked down, stretch pass up ahead. Razvadovsky. Nice job on the break, centering pass, and that's just hopping over the stick. Rebound. Razvadovsky, what a shift as he threw it up front. And nobody there to get a shot off. So he creates early. Razvadovsky. He's been pretty creative in the offensive zone early in the first half of this first period.
He's got good edges. Stops and starts very nicely, Razvadovsky does.
As Janil starts to play up, Fleury's going off for a change, so he skates by. Isovitz drops that off. Worked into neutral ice and fired back in as the Belarusians will try one more time. Alexander Pavlovich dumps it in deep. Sharangovich chasing after it. Igor Sharangovich, draft eligible, ranked 51st for European skaters for the upcoming draft in Dallas as that deflects out of play. It is France, a 1-0 advantage here in Royal Arena. Damien Fleury opening the scoring for France. 9 shots on net already. We're not even at the midway point of this first period. They had 10 all game versus Russia. So I think Dave Henderson got his point across. Let's get some pucks on net.
And that's where you have to have a short memory, realizing there will be some games because of the competition. There's nothing you can do that will be difficult. But there will also be some games where it won't be like that.
Florian Hardy came out of the net, nearly turned it over. And these bounces, I feel like a broken record. I know we have new viewers at times back home watching, but this is a brand new rink. The first time ice has been put in. Lively board, some weird bounces, so the goalies have to certainly be careful. And that could be a storyline with the quarterfinals when teams have to come over here for the very first time and haven't seen what's up at Royal Arena. Pass up to the blue line. Oh, that's a bad turnover. And that could have been very dangerous as Leclerc was looking to move in. The Belarusian shot deflected off his skate in front. Hardy, no problem, steers that aside as the bouncing puck and play continues at the far circle. Hardy's been sharp early in this game as Perret on net, bouncing puck, and Ivan Kolbakov will glove it down, the 21-year-old. France leads 1-0. Welcome back to Royal Arena. Opened up last year. It was first started under construction back in 2013. Facility about a 20-minute drive from the Copenhagen International Airport. Sort of in the suburbs of this city of 1.3 million people. Beautiful city, Copenhagen. France leading our second game of the day, 1-0 over Belarus. France winning 3 of the last 4 meetings, and again, Kolbakov had to be sharp. Good pressure here from France early. Manavion pinching in as Fleury was trying to create something along the boards. Fleury drops it off, big shot tipped, and Fleury skated by it. It bounced over his head. He couldn't get an opportunity as he's looking for the rebound, and Fleury is back on it. Stepan da Costa doing a good job in the early stages of this period as well, as that top line's been creating. Long shoot in from the Belarusians. As that was Henkel firing it in. Gutig sort of had the puck in his skates tied up, so he drives play towards the corner. Perret with him. The Belarusians moving it up ice. Jeff Platt, tough angle, no problem for Florian Hardy as Florian Hardy makes that stop. And you talk about the netminders when it comes to France. First time since 2010 that Cristobal Huet is not your #1 goalie for France. Won a Stanley Cup with the Blackhawks back in 2010.
And so it's Hardy in net, stopping Jeff Platt there, a native of Toronto. Played in North Bay and Erie, Saginaw in the OHL. Actually played 46 games in the NHL for both Columbus and Anaheim. So spent some time around North America before heading over to Europe, getting his Belarusian passport. Able to play internationally for Belarus.
It's funny, he got it the same day, so January 2012, he became a citizen of Belarus with Kevin Lalonde and Charles Linglet. So Platt, Linglet, and Lalonde all getting their passports and now representing Belarus.
And a great opportunity for guys like that to spend enough time, whether it's through just the paperwork time served, maybe it's a spouse that is from Belarus.
Sharangovich wins the draw, quick straight, and Florian Hardy. A nice stop as the young man, Sharangovich, won it. Pavlich also on that line, a good opportunity.
Just like we've seen a lot out of Fleury and da Costa to start this game, Sharangovich, Linglet, Pavlovich, they should also feel good about this matchup because they're going to have the puck a little bit more often. They're going to be able to create some plays and play offense. That's what these guys want to do. Want to try to create, score goals, and they have the chance to do that today. Not so much yesterday.
You talked about the youngster, Texier, on the French side. Sharangovich, young man as well, 19 years of age, getting some good experience here in this World Championship, and just a chance to learn from veteran players in the room, how to handle yourself off the ice. That shot from distance, right on, and Florian Hardy's looking sharp. And
there's also a ton of NHL scouts in the building, sitting right beside us. Virtually every team represented here. They're out there talking, they're watching for players, whether it's a veteran guy who's 24, 25 that maybe they could bring over for depth. Maybe it's a draft eligible guy like Sharon Govich. Somebody is always watching wherever you play.
I think a great example is Yoann Ovi too. He's just joined Team France. He was a guy, played at this for years, and you know, ended up with the Devils for a little bit, and then Edmonton Oilers signed him as well, looking for a defenseman. And a lot of those stories. And
Panarin's come over, Zaitsev's come over. He's been very good. Go all the way back to Brian Rafalski, who's playing in Finland before the New Jersey Devils brought him over and turned him into a all-world player, Stanley Cup winner. So diamonds in the rough are always sought after.
Razvadovsky waved out of the face-off circle. They've been pretty sticky with that, the officials.
That is an understatement. They run a tight ship when it comes to face-offs.
A Canadian ref in this game as well, Oliver Guyen, one of the referees on the ice. Backhand behind Florian Hardy as the play continues. The Belarusians a little bit of pushback in the second half of this period. In front, oh, to the forehand. That was turned aside. Razvadovsky, maybe the best offensive player for Belarus, and he nearly had one there in front. Hardy shut the door. Janil swings across country as he wanted Anthony Reck. A sloppy change and at the far wall as France was trying to get off, and they were nearly caught. Here comes DaCosta in. DaCosta to the forehand. Oh, what a move and what a goal! Oh, and the celebration, the captain, Stefan DaCosta, 2-0 France.
Speed to burn for Stefan DaCosta as he splits the D and grabs his first of the tournament. And he jumps off the bench, gets this rolling puck, and look at the gap he's got. He's got Kitterov, who's a forward, 77, and he takes him inside. 89's Korobov playing defense, worrying about the guy wide, but he just sees 77, doesn't even know if he knows the forward, but he sees he can't pivot or skate backwards, cuts inside him, and then chops it up and over Kulbakov, and France up 2-0, and that's it again. Short leash for Kulbakov. He's out second game in a row, and for the second game in a row, Mikhail Karnahov is in the net for Belarus.
Quick to pull the trigger is Dave Lewis. Mikhail Karnahov is in his second straight World Hockey Championship. Played 3 games in Paris, France, and Cologne, Germany at last year's Worlds. And hails from Minsk. So it's been a tough start for the goalies from Belarus.
Gotta think that that's not gonna be the next game. Kulbakov can't get the start. 2 games in a row if you're gonna get pulled.
Bouncing puck. And a good job from Teddy DaCosta. The brother trying to get in on the offense. Trey gets it down low, up top, long shot, rebound available. Still there, spinning shot as well. And what a welcome to the game as Karnahov had to stretch and do the splits to try and shut the door. And
Belarus picked up the holding penalty, heading back up the ice.
France to go on the power play when we come back to Royal Arena.
Belarus penalty, number 55, 2 minutes, holding.
Pavel Voroby in the box for holding for Belarus. So France already enjoying a 2-0 lead. Chance to work on the power play as Anthony Reck in the corner with Stefan DaCosta. He got tied up to the far wall, and the Belarusians able to clear as Fleury wasn't able to keep it in, so they'll reset behind Florian Hardy. Little bit of speed as DaCosta, drop shot. Fleury let it go, and that was kicked aside. Ovi2. Perreault fires, that's high, and that was DaCosta who let that go. Ovi2, the setup man, and DaCosta's got some jump in his game in this first 20.
He sure has. He's flying. Queued up the first goal, the nice rush that Fleury banged in, and then splitting the D on a solo effort. Beautiful goal to get the second one for France, a 2-0 lead. And pretty good rush there also on the power play.
French fans having a good time as well. All the fan base is very well represented. Face-off controlled, Ovi2 plays pass. He's the trigger man up top. One-time shot tipped, and that goes wide of the net. Stefan DaCosta gets the puck back from Ovi2. Head up, he looks, takes it behind the goal line. Back up to Ovi2. DaCosta waits, slings it across far circle. Ovi2. DaCosta waits, fires, tipped just wide. As Damien Fleury, I think he was begging for that one-time opportunity on the far circle, never got the pass. DaCosta. Stefan leaves it for Fleury, slings it around the boards, all the way around for Texier. The young man getting some power play time. Texier in front at Fleury, and he couldn't get the shot off. Nice heads-up play from Texier to play setup man. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Belarusians back up to the point. Long shot as Bakovsky let it go. Puck behind Florian Hardy. As time winds down on this man advantage in this opening period, our second game between France and Belarus. Here comes Kevin Hecfoil. He gets taken down. Long stretch pass up ahead and a possible 2-on-1. Floating pass across, and that backhand is picked off as Kitterov had a real good chance. Florian Hardy's gonna slow things down as the penalty officially comes to an end, but a pretty nice shorthanded opportunity.
Well, Hecfoil was dumped by a hook on the offensive zone entry. So it resulted in a quick 2-on-1 for Dave Lewis, who's trying to settle his bench down, get it going. Longtime NHL coach, of course, was into the Detroit organization. You forget about the fact that he also played 15 years in the NHL, over 1,000 games. The players of my generation, he'll always be the Detroit Red Wing coach.
Red Wings, Boston Bruins, he had 135 wins in the NHL, and as you mentioned, over 1,000 games as a player. Islanders, Kings, Devils, I think the Red Wings as well, of course. So a lot of experience behind the bench for Belarus, but down by 2 as Hardy slings it along the glass, kept in at least momentarily. Bouncing puck, and that might have been offside, and they will whistle it down.
Important moments for France in this game. They're up 2-0. It's been a very good first period. 3 minutes left for Dave Henderson's team, and he's got to be imposing the mess to the bench. Good habits, good decisions. Let's finish this period strong. Make sure we go into the dressing room with at least a 2-goal lead so that we can feel good about all the work we've done to this point.
Dave played in the C pool for France back in that 1981 championship. Maybe another opportunity here for France as they set up. DaCosta in front, Fleury. One try found on it, wraparound. Fleury tries to get it in front. And Reck swings it across. Janil loads up, and there's that shot we talked about, but he whistled it wide. Anthony Reck, weird bounce again from that corner towards the front of the net. Shipped along the wall by Izovitz. Kept in though by France. Under 3 minutes to go in this first period. The Belarusians, they need a change as Stefan DaCosta circles around. Jeff Platt has it. And he'll start up ice for Belarus. Here's Platt, a little bit of speed over the blue line. Platt winds up, fires, rebound available. And no one there to get a second opportunity. Fired back below as Platt bumps Janil. Fired along the boards to near wall, and Teddy DaCosta takes a bump. With 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Belarus starts to play up in his own zone. Oh, nice fake shot cutting into the forehand chip job. Nice offensive chance there. And some great work by Vorobi, who took the penalty in this game. Vorobi, real good opportunity, one of the best for Belarus in this opening 20 minutes. Here comes Charles Linglet. Born in Montreal, centering pass, and Florian Hardy still loose as he dived on it. Thought he had it. Wraparound try in front. 2x at it. Hardy is down, and the Belarusians can't get it on net. A nice scramble there, and finally Manavion will chip it in deep so France can change up. Great opportunity for the Belarusians. Offense tough to come by so far in this tournament. Claro goes to work in the corner as we approach the final minute of this first period. Lemperrier skates after it. It's chipped back in deep into the corner. Claro giving chase as the third line out here for France. Texier, Claro, and Lemperrier. Fired along the boards to the near wall. Claro, nifty backhand. 41 seconds to go. Tough puck battle there. Texier tried that centering pass, comes back up to the point. Long shot, whistled wide, and again, contact in the crease, and that should be blown down, and it will be.
I think Belarus is going to get a penalty. Or is it Texier, somebody getting down in front of the net? Yeah, it was, you're right, a little over-aggressive going to the net. And Texier, I think, as he was bailing out from the high-rising shot coming around his head, he crashed into Karnahoff, and he took a path that there was no way for him to get through the top of the crease. They are very protective of the goaltenders in international play. Skated right into the skates. Karnahoff, Belarus with 30 seconds left, gets a chance to go on the power play. Here's that last scramble. Hardy thinks he has it. It's wide open, back in front, puck's loose. Nobody can find it before it's finally shoveled away. A lot of stick swinging.
Cherigovich wins the draw. Belarus on the power play, sent across, shot, blocked in front, rebound, scores! What a shot as the captain tries to fire up his team. Pavlovich pulling his nation within one.
That's how you take advantage. Pavlovich with a beautiful wrist shot to get Belarus on the board. Win a face-off to start. And then after that, it's pretty simple. D to D, grab it, rebound, and then Pavlovich is able to skate into that loose puck that was blocked nicely by Ritz, but no reaction. That's a great look at it right there. Got to elevate, got to find a corner. He does both. And Belarus right back into this game in the first period where they've been mostly dominated. Take advantage of the power play and head to the intermission with a very different feel now, just 2-1 down.
That should also help beer sales in that intermission. Alexander Pavlovich led the team in scoring last year at the Worlds with 4 goals and 6 points, and he has his nation on the board. First goal in this game and first goal in the championship for the Belarusians. And a little bit of life now for Dave Lewis and his team. After 20 minutes of play, maybe one final chance as the seconds tick down. And that will do it for this first period. Glorious start for France as they jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but an answer from Belarus. Mark Rowe, Bob Airy with your intermission next.
Simplica. pushing myself to be the strongest, the sharpest. My dedication to the game, to my teammates who are counting on me to deliver. The nerves are steel, the preparation and ritual before the adrenaline of the match. The responsibility of being my best every time, prepared to fight every shift on the ice. This is not just a sport. This is who I am.
Det handler om sammenhold. Vi knokler for hinanden. Vi skal kæmpe for hinanden. Hver for sig kan vi ikke vinde. Vi er stærke, når vi er sammen. Vi skal arbejde sammen. Det er vigtigt, vi er der, når det gælder.
Welcome back to Royal Arena. Second period about to get underway. And both captains finding the score sheet. Stefan DaCosta getting his first goal of the tournament. Damien Fleury opening things up to give France a 2-0 advantage. But the captain for the Belarusians, Alexander Pavlovich, making it a 2-1 hockey game. And it's Mikhail Kornelhoff now in the game. Florian Hardy got the start. He was also pulled against Russia in that 7-0 loss, but Hardy has delivered the shots 14-6 in favor of Belarus, Mike.
France started well, but in the last 10 minutes of that period, Belarus took over and peppered Florian Hardy. Got the 1 goal late, which is good for them to get them right back in the game, feeling that they're within striking distance.
So France and DaCosta back on the move as he lays the body behind the net. Both these teams losing their opening games. France to Russia and Belarus to Sweden. As Kornelhoff plays it along the boards. As the Belarusians move it up ice. Charles Linglet tried to cut towards the forehand and create a scoring opportunity. He's knocked off the puck. As Chekishvili moves it from the near wall. Here's Fleury in with a step. Fleury, and he couldn't get the shot up, then goes hard into the boards.
It's a heavy collision, fresh ice. Fleury's slow to get up.
Very slow, other end shot, and that stopped. Florian Hardy, been perfect so far in this hockey game from distance and a bit of a screen, and the captain was right there. And there's a look at one of the goal scorers on the bench, and hopefully he's okay.
When you get out there at the beginning of the period, if you slide, there is no friction on the ice to slow you down, and the puck just gets away on the tap right there from Damien Fleury. He's trying to get it. He gets his legs taken out. Oh, a little left ankle tweak as well, and then crashes in right elbow, right shoulder, pretty hard into the boards. Watch him on the bench.
Long shot stop. That was Lisovitz who took them down. He was going to miss anyways, and Lisovitz had an insult to injury. Fleury, I don't know what happened to him. He lost an edge, made the stop, and then he kind of rolled in his crease, or now he's maybe just showing off in there, but
Platt was he knew he was caught off the post. Platt was trying to bank one in off him on the short side, and he had to do a weird barrel roll to prevent it.
Here comes France now in numbers. Trail following up.
Teddy DaCosta's got to take that wide on his backhand. Don't cut back into the coverage. Just take the shot.
Platt now fires, and that's high. Likely would have missed the net, but Florian Hardy got a pad on it regardless, and it's Jeff Platt let the shot go.
And Jeff Platt's been around the puck, around the net more than one occasion through this game. There's the one where he tried to bank it in, and Hardy was a little awkwardly tied up. That heck boy, I don't know what that is. That's some sort of clothesline takedown of Platt. And the referees decided to let that one go as well.
That's not in the IIHF manual, Mike? You didn't read that one?
Just rule 75-8.
Tipped it right on. Florian Hardy had to make the stop, and there's a lot of these guys play European hockey, have been over here for years, but for some of the NHL guys coming over, there are differences.
Nuances. I mean, the rules are the rules as far as infractions.
Right.
Certainly the application of icing, you have to get the red line. Face-offs, changes, the crease rule, hitting from behind, hits to the head. Those are some of the primary differences.
Rebound in front, they jam away, and good stop from Kornelhoff as he made the stop. Claro out there, Texier. Good young player as Texier back to work. He had a real nice scoring opportunity on that last rush. Florian Hardy plays it behind the net. Whistle along the boards, and let's see what Texier could create one-on-two. Teammates changing behind him. Alexander Texier will chip it in deep, and now he'll go off for a change as well. Ovitu spins and fires, misses the mark. Back to the far wall. Nicholas Ritz fires it in behind the net. Again, some choppy play in the Belarusian zone. Eventually, it's Leibovitz advancing a play. Glove down by Florian Hardy.
Fleury back up on the bench. Looks like he's going to be ready to go when it's all said and done. And another look at the most recent rush. Chance for Lampierre. The back door. Stick down. Try to find some space. Keep the puck available. And Nahoff has been effective since he's come in. This game is going to be his shortly if Belarus can get the second goal. He'll be the goaltender of record. And maybe the goaltender going forward.
Long tournament, lots of hockey still to come. As Henkel has to race back. He gets pinned hard into the boards by Leclerc. Wrapped around to the near wall and blue line and brought out of the zone. And Cherngievich moves it ahead. Long shot, wrister, and that's swallowed up as Lisovitz let it go.
And Hardy reaching in behind him. Goaltenders have such an amazing feel of where the puck is within their gear. They have all that big, bulky equipment on, but as soon as it dribbles out somewhere where it's not, where they don't want it, they know instinctively to reach back for it. And Hardy felt that one falling down behind him. Reached back to make sure to get the whistle.
Alexander Kitterov in his 7th Worlds for Belarus to take the draw. Face off to the right of Florian Hardy. As Chekashvili swiped at it in front, and that went off the side of the net. A little bit of pushback from Belarus in the first few minutes of the second period.
Fleury back on the ice for France.
That goes off the side of the net. Another shot whistled high and wide and misses everything. Home run pass up ahead. And a step offside.
Draws trying to slide in behind the defenseman. Ketchum sleeping. To maintain his advantage, he had to go offside. Dave Henderson's happy with the 2-1 lead, but he's not happy with how his team's playing right now because they've been on the defensive side of things for quite some time. Not enough sustained zone pressure. A lot of one-and-dones off the rush and missing the net. Belarus going the other way.
Shots are 18-8 Belarus, and look out, a possible 2-on-1. Platt fires, and Florian Hardy stops that, and Jeff Platt decided to pull the trigger and can't score.
I always wonder for guys like that. For Platt, he's got a nice rush here developing in a 2-on-1. Now you trust your shot, great wheels to jump inside Janil, but he can take this way closer. No one's pressuring him. He's got another 15 feet before he starts getting pitched off by the defenseman on there, and yet he elected to let her go from just inside the tops of the circles. I couldn't shoot, so I never did that. I skated right on top of the crease before I let it go. He obviously has a little more faith in his shot than I would ever have in mine.
Well, you saw the graphic, 4 shots on net for Platt. He leads his team. 2-1, France leading. Both these nations looking for their first win of the tournament as Denisov moves it up ice. Battle continues behind the net. A bit of a collision, bouncing puck, and it's
the net.
Right up top. And I'll tell you what, though, Florian Hardy, he's been good. He's been sharp. Maybe his only mistake was before the tournament began, he was skating on the ice to take on Russia, and he tripped and he blew a tire, and he basically fell in front of everybody.
It was a precursor to the game. Like that one. That one hit him in the back of the head and then get back against the on top of the net mesh. Florian Hardy, long time French national goaler, 8th World Championship for him.
Played in Germany for a few years. Back playing in France.
Generally backed up Cristobal Huet the last several years. And no Cristobal Huet this year.
Broken play, Clairot drop pass shot on the money, and Lamperier let it go. That was stopped. Clairot back on it, fires, knocked down in front. His third line trying to generate something for France. Charles Linglet waiting for some help, swings it across. Shot easily handled as that was steered aside by Hardy. As that line will go off for a change. Lisovitz starts the play up, and the chip and chase as the Belarusians will try to get something going in the offensive zone. Razvadovsky lost it. Brought the other way, Leclerc sent it across ice and then drives behind the net. Leclerc couldn't get there, now he's got it again. Leclerc with the pass in front. Chekashvili sends it across, long shot, and just whistled a little bit wide. Another attempt from distance, that's not even close as Ritz let it go from the near wall and it finds the netting.
That's better for France though. Time in the offensive zone, getting pucks towards net, tracking them down, and sustaining zone pressure as try to reestablish what they had going in the first 4 or 5 minutes of this game.
The fans, they travel, and they're loud. We have Czech Republic, Slovakia later tonight. Saw some Jaromír Jágr jerseys earlier this morning, about 10 of them.
The traveling Jágrs, did they make an appearance?
Not the traveling Jágrs, just a lot of Jágr jerseys. But you never know. There's a turnover. Shot from distance, that's turned aside as Damien Fleury's shot looks just fine. He let another one go. Back the other way. Good opportunity. Unable to get a shot off was Denisov. Vladislav Denisov. He'll back up, play continues. Fleury tried to get it, knocked off his puck as Kidorov. He loses an edge, falls down, gets back up. Bouncing puck, he lost it, and France able to move it up ice. Fleury walking in, fires, oh, and that's a good stop as Karnahav had to be sharp. Damien Fleury putting his stamp on this hockey game. Back and forth action to the forehand, in front, backhand try, didn't get through as Gavrus was cutting it hard towards the net. You know, they create chances, Mike, they just don't have the finishers. They just don't have those guys that can bury it and put it to the back of the net, and they'll need to in this game, down by 1. Welcome back to Royal Arena. France a 2-1 lead over Belarus. Over in Herning in Group B. Sebastian Aho a couple of goals. Finland 2 shorthanded goals in the game. They lead Korea 3-0. As Korea and Austria up at the main tournament. As DaCosta goes to work. Teddy DaCosta passes off, goes in front of the net. Big Trey parked in front. Couldn't get the pass. Teddy DaCosta continues to work in that far corner. Trey engaging behind the net. He'll go off for a change. Swung back up the ice and chipped back in momentarily. Remember Sebastian Aho, I covered the under-18s in 2015 in Zug, Switzerland. Looks like we got a call here, Mike.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little rough on Gavrus. Tried to finish his check on OV2. Got a little carried away.
Just to finish my thought, Sebastian Aho flies over to play in the gold medal game. So it's Finland, USA, and Zug, Switzerland in the under-18s. On the American team, a guy named Austin Matthews, pretty good player.
He's not bad.
Colin White, first-round pick. He scored the golden goal in overtime in 2-1. The Finns, Patrick Laine, Jesse Puljujärvi, Aho. So
that was the line that terrorized junior hockey for about 4 years there.
Clayton Keller on that team. I mean, that was, you're looking back now, Kachuk was on that team as well. You look back at, if you only knew the kind of talent in that U18, and it just continues up to this main tournament over the years, the exceptional players in representing your country. So a power play opportunity, and we'll see what France can get done now with the man advantage as we approach the midway point of the second period. OV2 drops it off, gets the puck back at the far wall, back up to the point, and unable to handle it was Stefan DaCosta. So they'll reset back in their own zone. Long pass up ahead, out of the reach of DaCosta, and that's picked off easily. As Manavillon swings at it. Johan Novi too. Back on the puck and his head up. He'll drop it off. Nice job by DaCosta. Brings it in, fires it in as France will look to get set up. Damien Fleury on the near wall, chipping at it. Texier trying to spin away from his man. Texier to the circle. Trey waiting. Decides to go back up to the point. Trey parks himself in front. DaCosta doesn't like it, spins back to the point, back to DaCosta. In front, across, oh, good shot as Fleury let it go, but not a lot of heat on it, and Tornauhoff made the stop. Trey over the blue line, tries to spin away from his man. 6'4", 220 pounds, and look out, shorthanded chance. Razvadovsky's in, oh, what a stop! Pavel Razvadovsky was in, and Florian Hardy, his best save shorthanded. Another drive, long rebound. It's funny, some of the best chances in our first 2 games at the Worlds have been shorthanded. At open ice, and just like that, you can turn the tides as Trey continues to battle. Penalty about to come to an end. Trey back up to the points. Penalty officially over, 5-on-5, a steal in the far circle. That shot kicked aside, rebound, oh, another good save. As Mikhail Karnoffov has been called upon to make some big stops since coming into this hockey game. And that clearing attempt into the bench and nearly took a linesman's head off.
Good saves going both ways. Razvadovsky takes advantage of a tired group, splits the defense, jumps on a loose puck, and he's in alone. Puck way out in front of him, chaser on both sides. There's no chance to make a move, so he's got to shoot it right away. Tries to go upstairs over top of the glove of Florian Hardy. Can't quite elevate it high enough as it gets mid-net instead of under the bar. Hardy stares it down.
Florian Hardy full marks as he's been very strong in net. Play behind the Belarusian net, kept in, and nice job to fire it back in by Nicholas Ritz. And they're on the move one more time. Fired behind the net as Perret chasing after it. Perret works it down behind the goal line for Guillaume Leclerc. They continue to pay pass. Some good work from those two, and Sharon Govich looks to advance it, and again, that's picked off. Perret chips it down low. Perret gets bumped on the far wall and swung cross country as the Belarusians eager to get it under their zone, and they will. Now a possible chance. Sharon Govich fires tough angle and then a collision as the French player was bumped in, courtesy Charles Linglet. France leading 2-1. Welcome back to our Group A coverage on TSN IIHF World Hockey Championship, Day 2. Brian Mudryk, Mike Johnson with you. A 2-1 advantage for France over Belarus through the midway point of this second period. Face-off controlled by the Belarusians. That shot didn't get through, and Fleury is on it. Damien Fleury from distance, that'll miss the mark. Comes to the near wall. DaCosta in front. Oh, he wanted Fleury. He had him. It was broken up nicely just at the last second. As Anthony Rek laid the body. Belarusians moving it up ice, led by Lisovits. As the play goes behind the net. Belarusians trying to move it up as they get it back up to the blue line. Little bounce pass behind the boards as Borishin got it in deep, and they continue to cycle. As Hugo Gallet gets pinned into the corner for France, trying to get it out. And congratulations to Korea, scoring their first goal at the main championship against Finland, courtesy Michael Swift.
Nice.
And he's from Peterborough, Ontario. So there'll be a trivia question, I'm sure, as Platt is in. Oh, he lost it. He had a couple guys going to the front. Tries one more time and unable to get a deflection on it.
Yeah, he'll be frustrated with that. He had multiple options on a 2-3-on-1. Overskated it, and the play just died.
And then Gavrus couldn't get that stick on it. Gavrus played 2 years with Owen Sound in the OHL. Just out of his reach. As this is moved up, centering pass, kick stop again for Nauhoff. Always tough as a goalie too. You come into a game, you're not starting, you're maybe a bit cold, you come in, and he's answered the call.
At least he got to go in pretty early in this game, maybe 5 minutes into the first period, so it wasn't probably quite as checked out as he might otherwise be.
The Belarusians right in this game. Long shot, and that hits a player in front. Rebound, backhand, and that just missed wide. One of their best chances of the period. Another stop. Florian Hardy now under siege, and some nice pressure. And finally, France able to clear the zone. A flurry of activity. Stretched up quickly and a little bit too far. As Barobe was in, and Lingland. Pretty good opportunity as they were buzzing.
Here's the chance you're talking about. Sharangovich picks it out of the air. Hardy coming across. Would have been beat, just slides it wide. Pretty good hand eye. We've seen Sidney Crosby do a little bit of that the last little while, picking pucks out of the air. And Sharangovich saying he's not the only one who's got some pretty good eye-hand coordination.
Igor Sharangovich was a star player at the World Juniors in Buffalo. And looking forward to the NHL draft, I'm sure, as that drop pass is just out of the reach. As the Belarusians again on the attack, in front from the slot. That's kicked aside as Denisov let that shot go. Texier with speed over the blue line. Here's Texier cutting in. He's tied up, draws a penalty. As Alexander Texier was hooked, driving towards the net. So France back on the power play.
A well-constructed play by both Texier and Clairot. And a 2-on-2.
Belarus number 7, minor penalty for hooking.
Denisov heads to the box for the hook. And the speed of Texier evidence once again. Clairot drives the net, pushes the defenseman back, and Texier goes laterally across the front. He's looking to get a good opportunity, and there's the hook right into the hands. One-handed can opener from Denisov, knocking Texier to the ice. But he draws a penalty. Remember, it was a late power play goal in the first that got Belarus back in the game. Maybe in the later stage of the second here, France can do the same, take advantage of their own power play.
Maybe a shorthanded chance here. Putting on the brakes, tried that centering pass was Demkov, as that was broken up. So we know that Stefan DaCosta scoring a goal in this hockey game. He was tied with Pierre-Edouard Bellemare with 34 points all time. Well, now he's the leader alone. Most points at this tournament for a French player. And looking for more now on the power play as France looking to get set up. Johan Ovitu through traffic, fires right on, and Mikhail Kornauhoff makes the stop.
Anthony Rex down in front of the net as the forward trying to bother the goaltender, Kornauhoff. If Ovitu wants to take wristers to try to get the puck down to the front, you have to hang in there. You can't spin out the side of the net. You see Rex drop into his left. That just makes an easy save. It's a pass to the goaltender. You gotta plant yourself in front of the goalie on top of the crease. It's very uncomfortable. It's kind of scary as the pucks come up and around your face. But if you want to be on the power play in front of the net, that's what you have to do. Otherwise, you're not doing anyone any help getting off to the side and then on innocent wristers from the blue line.
So Ovi2 and Fleury on the blue line, at least right now, on this power play. DaCosta setting up at the far wall. One-time shot, Fleury. Oh, he whistled it wide. DaCosta hustles, keeps it in. DaCosta in front, that shot broken up as Manavion was looking to pull the trigger from that far circle.
Tough to have slow developing passes into the slot. It's got to be a bang bang play. That was just a little too slow, allowing Belarus to recover.
There's Texier, who drew the penalty for France, wraps it along the boards. Stéphane DaCosta still out there. As Teddy DaCosta, the two brothers on this French side. Used to seeing both Trey brothers as well. Sasha playing this year. Brother Yorick, longtime member of the French team as well. And Trey on the ice. He passes off, drives towards the net. That's intercepted by Drods. As Drods will chip it in. Drods now his 34th career game at the Worlds. Yet to record a point, and he nearly had that breakaway opportunity called offside, so you know he's waiting.
No wonder he's cheating up the ice.
He's been planning that celebration for a few years, I'm sure. Chekishvili moves it up ice as it comes to an end. 5-on-5, high shot, and that almost fooled Karnahov as it was bouncing up, and the Belarusians able to kill off that penalty. 2-1, France leads in Copenhagen. The goals in this hockey game, Damien Fleury, Stéphane DaCosta, Alexander Pavlovich. So both captains scoring for their respective sides. France controls that shot through traffic and stopped by Mikhail Karnahov. Under 5 minutes to go in this second period. Got to see both these teams twice now. Mike, anyone stand out to you?
Well, against equal level competition, of course, DaCosta, Stéphane, and Damien Fleury have been very good in this game. Their speed and skill noticeable. Yeah, as far as the Belarusian team, Jeff Platt has been all over the ice. 50, crafty offensive player. Hasn't quite connected, but I like what he's done so far.
And to put a bow on it, Texier was the guy you talked about up the top of the broadcast. What do you make of his game?
Looks a little bit tired today, actually. Early in shifts, he's good, but he's fatiguing quickly. Back-to-back games, afternoon, everything else. But when he's fresh, he's great. He gets caught there late, and he's in trouble.
Jeff Platt, boy, he can elevate. Here he goes. Jeff Platt with the steal, drives towards the front of the net. That was intercepted. When he gets wound up, though, he could be a difference maker with that speed.
It's a scooter. Not a real pretty skater. Not a classic stride by any stretch, but a scooter.
That actually hit the backup goalie on the bench. He'll play his whistle down. You talked about maybe a little fatigue or energy. I can't believe it took me 2 days to find the free coffee. But I'm on it. Day 2, I'm ready. I'm in.
All right. Tell Coach Dave Lewis you're ready. Good to go the rest of the way.
Oh, he doesn't want me down there, trust me.
That's part of this tournament's challenge, though. These guys have not been playing for anywhere from 4, 5, 6 weeks to a couple weeks. And so it takes a little while to get back into game shape. You can train, you can have training camps, you can have exhibition games. Nothing compares to actual game competition. And to go back-to-back 2 days in a row, afternoon game, that's tough.
Good battle behind the nets. As Gutig was 1-on-2. Ovi2, quick to play it. Teddy DaCosta fires, tough angle, knocked down in front. For a lot of these players, too, an opportunity to see maybe a part of the world they wouldn't usually see. Copenhagen, Denmark, a great place to visit. France applying pressure, centering pass over Tre's stick. Obi2 on net, knocked down in some skates. And cleared and brought up ice. Play continues to the right of Hardy, swung across. That shot didn't get through as Korbyov let a shot go. Back to the near circle, kicked aside again. Nice stop and finally cleared down the ice, and it should be icing in his as Teddy DaCosta is trying to alleviate some of that pressure.
We just talked about fatigue. Right now, French are stuck with a tired group, hands on their knees, trying to catch their breath, trying to waste some time, maybe break a stick to get a little extra breather. And if you can win this face-off, take advantage. All 5 guys are huffing and puffing for France.
So we've seen that with face-offs, and once again, this time it's Teddy DaCosta getting waved out. Tre
still buys an extra 15 seconds, though.
So the puck battle continues in the right corner as Gauthier took that face-off for France. Quick stretch pass up ahead. Backhand try in front. And again, that's broken up. As Denisov had opportunities but hasn't been able to get a shot off. The French driving into the offensive zone. Back up to the point. As Hecky-Foyle works it down low. Texier waiting. Goes to the far circle, in front, backdoor, what a chance! Big stop in front, they jab away and score! The great second effort, that was Luc Laperriere, and he makes it a 3-1 hockey game.
Laperriere is rewarded for staying with the puck because it looked like it was going to be another great save by Karnahov, who goes post to post on this pass through the seam. There's a one-timer backdoor, and he gets across to make the save on Clairot, but he stays with it. Karnahov can't find the puck in between his legs. Real sense of it here. Hecky-Foyle goes backdoor. Clairot goes up top. Brilliant save, but it drops between his legs. Laperriere stays loose, gets his stick free, and taps it through the legs to restore the 2-goal lead for France. And a late goal, just 1:18 left in the period, changes the complexion of this game drastically.
So Luc Laperriere keep that puck in his 7th Worlds for France. He was the 2011 Ligue Magnus Rookie of the Year back home in France, a 5-time French League champion, including this year as well. They play for the Magnus Cup in France. It's named after Louis Magnus, the first president of the IIHF. So a nice moment for the young man as he makes it a 3-1 hockey game for France, and one more look.
What a save to start it by Karnahov on Clairot, but banging around, finding loose pucks, and great celebration. You get a sense of the work it takes to score a goal. You gotta move your feet, you gotta engage in the battle, you gotta fight to get loose, and then you hope the puck lands, and you hope you beat the goaltender. And if all those things happen, then maybe you score a goal, and Laperriere does it all. Ooh, big hit by Fleury.
Big hit there, Fleury playing physical, and then
shoulder's okay.
He gets taken down, he's back up, shot from distance as they were just trying to get it in deep. We're into the final minute. This second period, and a good one from the French as they continue to apply the pressure. They've been the better team. Here's a chance. Shot. DaCosta let it go. That stop is Stéphane DaCosta looking for his 2nd goal of this game. Breck in there deep with him. And then Fleury takes over his man. Stick out of his hands. That's a tough one. He's just going to put his head down and go right to the box.
Penalty late in the first cost France. Let Belarus get one and get back in the game. Now with 29 seconds left, Fleury goes to the box, reaching, can opener, and knocks down Falkovsky. And it's great to see. There's the big hit by Damien Fleury. The bigger Korobov. Both guys brace for it. Fleury got underneath, leverage, strength through the legs and the core to knock down the bigger man.
It's only 5'11", 185, but pretty sturdy on his skates.
Korobov 6'3", 230.
So credit to the smaller guy on that one.
You know what I love about hockey teams? See, French dive in and get that puck for Lampierre. 7 World Championships. He's never scored a goal for France in the World Championships.
Razvodovsky was trying to score, and then
high stick.
Right up top, that's Chekashvili. So we'll see if Chekashvili
He'll be heading to the box for sure, whether he's 2 or 4. I see 4 fingers up, so it looks like that will be it for the power play for Belarus. But the point is, everyone on the team knows, as you get a sense here, right here, dragging the stick across the face of Chekashvili. You know, you just know that he's been to 7 World Championships. Some guys who probably haven't played with him every time. And there he is, getting the puck for his first goal. It's great. I like that though. Guys just know these things. I don't know how we do, but we always do.
Had 1 assist up to this point, and now a goal. So Dave Lewis from Kindersley, Saskatchewan, leading this Belarus team, down by 2. A few seconds to tick down in the second frame. One last drive, and Manavion let it go, and that should do it for the period, and does. So the second period concludes. France, a 3-1 advantage. Mark Rowe, Bob Berry, your intermission coming up.
The score after the second period, Team France 3 and Belarus 1. Shots on goal, Team France 17 and Belarus 11.
It's not about the blade. It's the shaving gel that matters. Nivea Men Ultra Glide Technology. For an ultra close shave without irritating your skin. Nivea Men, the art of shaving. Introducing the 2018 IIHF app. Player statistics. Team statistics. Live updates. And introducing Guessing Game. Predict each game's final score. Win points and compete with hockey fans around the world. From any smart device, in your own language. The 2018 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Skoda. Simply clever.
Welcome back to our Day 2 coverage, IIHF World Hockey Championship. Our second game of the day. It is France leading Belarus 3-1. And we'll start this third period with some 4-on-4 hockey. And then France will get a pretty good look on the power play after 1 minute 32 seconds. Glad you're watching our coverage. Back home on TSN, NHL Network, approaching noon, local time in Toronto. It's early in Vancouver. Good morning to you, nearly 9 a.m. About 1:30 p.m. in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador, and local time here approaching 6 o'clock. So glad you're with us. And the Belarusians needing some offense, a little more ice out there. They have to find a way to generate and get something going as Tenkiel brings it over the blue line. Florian Hardy has been fantastic in this hockey game. Shots 25-23 in favor of Belarus.
Oh.
DaCosta weaving in. DaCosta, oh, he was dangling. Penalty to come as Stefan DaCosta, the captain. What a start to this third period. He still got it. Waits, fakes, pass across, backhand try, and that whistles through the crease. DaCosta back on it. As he continues to work, has Rek in front, and finally, play is whistled down. Gonna be a good opportunity here for France when it comes to special teams here in this third period.
Stefan DaCosta looks like Mario Lemieux out here in this game.
Okay.
He is doing anything he wants, making it looking easy. And then how about this pass? Two fake slappers to Ovitu. Could have grabbed and stuffed it in the empty net, but pulled it back to his backhand.
Belarus penalty.
And then
17,
banked it wide.
2 minutes.
And so now it's going to be 41 seconds of 4-on-3. Then Damien Fleury will step out of the box, and then it will be the remaining minute 19, 5-on-3. Still 3:05 left in the double minor that occurred at the end of the second period. So lots of power play time for France to stretch this one out.
Kevin Ekpoil brings it in. It's fired behind the net. Teddy DaCosta at the far wall. He plays pass. DaCosta head up, sends it across. Jekshvili. Ekpoil. DaCosta fires in a pad save from Kornohoff. He got enough, and it comes out of the zone. They'll have to restart, led by Kevin Ekpoil. Ekpoil starts it up ice. Teddy DaCosta. Around the net he goes. DaCosta back up to Ekpoil. Fleury's on the ice. So now a 5-on-3. And an opportunity here. Gutig tries to send it across. Broken up, back to Ekpoil. Ekpoil switching up positions with Chekashvili. Gutig. Ekpoil, big shot. And that's high and tipped out of play for a stoppage.
that's not a usual group that's out there 5-on-3 for France. And so I take a quick glance at the bench, and you have Ovitu and Stefan DaCosta standing up saying, okay guys, we need a whistle here, so let's change it up and get the #1 unit out there. The point getters are feeling it as Hekfoy leans on that one. Nice block by Korobov. Put that one into the mesh. And so now a more traditional 5-on-3 group. DaCosta, Fleury, Ovitu. See if they can get that 4th goal.
Manavion out there as well. And the Belarusians control, fire it down the ice, so Florian Hardy will put it on a tee as France will wind things up. Here is Stefan DaCosta, collision at the blue line, backdoor pass, and Fleury tipped that just wide. Big collision. One shot, one goal. The captain, oh, he ripped it. Stefan DaCosta, power play marker, his 2nd of the game.
And that's why he wanted on the ice, because he knew goals upcoming for Stefan DaCosta. And taking advantage, teeing it up. And Manavion get a piece of that one somewhere on the way in. DaCosta, he likes the big slapper, head up. Oh yeah.
Little tip.
He's not even trying to. He's trying to get small and get out of the way, but in the slot, Manavion right there gets a slight tip on it, enough to fool Karnahoff. And after that one, it's 4-1, and still a minute 38 left to go on the power play.
I think that's what the captain was saying. He's like, yeah, I ripped it, but there was a tip on that. He was telling the official to make sure the right guy got the credit. That's a good captain, spreading around the offense. So France, a great start to this 3rd period, now up by 3 in an uphill battle for Belarus. In danger of losing their 2nd game of this tournament.
Someone's got to tell Demkov he's got a 2-on-1 there. He's got a 2-on-1. And you see Pavlovich shaking his head going off the ice. He beat his player up the ice, and you got Demkov trying to drag it through feet. And we get one more look at this goal. DaCosta head up the whole way. Manavion, look, he's just trying to get small, not even looking at the puck. Just caroms off his stick. And DaCosta knew it right away. He pointed at him. Manavion says, yep, just how I planned it. That's got to communicate on the ice, though. Demkov's got to hear someone come from behind him, that he's got to take it wide, delay, buy time for a much easier and better opportunity than trying to go one-on-one and create something out of nothing.
That deflected so high, Mike, it went actually over the netting, and like the fan almost spilled their beer. They were excited to have a puck. They didn't know what that was flying near them. That's a puck. Royal Arena holds about 13,000 for hockey. The first event here ever. Metallica concert. Should have been pretty cool.
It looks like it's got a great setup with the one open end that a stage would tuck very nicely into. Great sight lines. Lots of people for what feels like a small venue.
Kevin Hekfoy starts the play up ice. Back to Teddy DaCosta. As Teddy will drop it off of that near circle. Gutki plays pass. Guti gets it back. Slides it across one more time, and Texier couldn't get it back to him. It's picked off. As the Belarusians, quick shot stopped, and Fleury didn't want the snow shower in his face, so he gets the hand up in time, and Stepan Pekovsky had a pretty good opening game.
Rangy. He is so tall out there, 6'7". Played this year in Ontario, in the AHL, Ontario, California, that is, the Ontario Reign. 44 games. Spent 1 year in Ottawa in the OHL. The 7th rounder by Calgary. The North American style size player anyways. He's got that. And skates pretty well, smoothly for such a big guy.
Mike Kasperi Kapanen has scored in the other group in Ernie. 7-1 Finland over Korea, so you knew they were going to be tough. Michael Swift from Peterborough, Ontario, the first ever goal at this level for Korea.
It's great that they're here, that they earned their way here. They were in the Olympics as the host, but they had to play their way into this tournament, and they did.
Manavion dropped it off for DaCosta as Manavion continues to engage for that puck in the far corner. Fleury chips at it, keeps the play alive for France. DaCosta spins and slings it back up to the point. As they continue to cycle, shot, and that'll miss the mark as Fleury, Stefan DaCosta, dangerous on the ice, into the slot, that shot, another chance in tight, as Anavion starting to get his wings offensively in this second game of the tournament for France. Stefan DaCosta weaving, cutting in, DaCosta.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I was laughing at your Mario Lemieux reference, but I think you're right. I mean,
have to rethink it today.
Yeah, he has been just cut through the Belarusians. Here's a chance, breaks on, shot stopped in tight as Razvadovsky. Pretty good look from the circle, that's shut down. Cherengovich takes a bump, but he keeps on trucking, driving towards that corner. As the Belarusians now trying to get some offensive pressure going, down by 3, about 5 minutes nearly gone here in this third period. It comes out of the zone, back into neutral ice. And France wanting to change up. Velkovsky gets the puck back in his own zone, moves it up ice. Nice move from Cherengovich, at least briefly, until that's picked off. And nice shot from Texier, and a penalty to come. And once again, France back on the power play. All smiles on the bench, and why not in a 4-1 game?
Well, Stefan DaCosta has been absolutely dancing. One-on-one clinic.
51, minor penalty for
Has the puck on a string. You get him out there on the power play, give him even that much more time and space, and you see what he can do at high speed through traffic. Velkovsky picks up an interference penalty. Tough for him to get away with anything too subtle, being as big as he is.
You're going to get a text message from Mario Lemieux just saying, like, hey, really, Mike? But you're right, I agree. He's been dancing. They're making him look like Mario Lemieux, there's no doubt.
I didn't say it was Mario Lemieux. Looks like Mario Lemieux.
Another chance for France on the power play. DaCosta, it's Teddy DaCosta in the corner. As Trey using the body, but it comes out of the zone. And France and Goutig swings it across as they'll get reset. Goutig has it, sends it up ice, backhanded in. Nice job as France. Texier back up to Nick Foyle. Texier in, fires, and that's deflected into the far corner. Teddy DaCosta picks it up. Back up to the far point. Teddy DaCosta works it down low. Over the stick of Texier. DaCosta continues to work. Swung across, that shot tipped. Nice job by Trey in front. Tried that redirection, but missed the mark, and the Belarusians able to clear.
Better idea, though, for this second unit for France. Exploit that seam pass through Texier's feet, hard through from DaCosta to Goutig, and then lots of opportunities from there.
Damien Fleury starting things up for France over the blue line. Fleury speeding in around the net. Fleury swings it back up to the point. DaCosta sent up that shot as Ovitu let it go, and he whistled it high over everything. Johan Ovitu. Stefan DaCosta waiting. Backdoor pass, and a lot of heat on that, and it's deflected into the crowd.
A little too far away from DaCosta on that one to try to slide it through to Fleury. He was almost on the boards and gave the Belarusian defender time to react, get a stick on it. Stretch it out, it's okay.
Does he know there's a beer garden outside? You can watch the game out there.
Still cheering along though. Penalties have killed Belarus in this game. A 4-minute minor late in the second. France is taking advantage, taking control of the game.
And 21 seconds to go in this power play as they continue to work it around. Back to the point, shot tipped, and that just missed as Ovitu let it fly from the blue line. Stefan DaCosta tries to chip it deep behind the goal line, and eventually puck comes behind Karnohoff. As the penalty comes to an end, Velkovsky back on the ice. DaCosta picks it up, swings it up, and a big hit. That was Leclerc taking the bump, pretty high hit. He's slow to get up, he's going right off.
Head contact is 100% illegal. There is no gray area. Any contact with the head is a penalty. And Platt looked like he almost got Leclerc right on the button.
Belarus starts this play. And the back pass to nobody. And again, always got to be careful. The goaltender's never shy to come out of the net. We've seen that a few times in this tournament thus far. Putting on the brakes was Douillet. Sends it deep behind the net. Bouncing puck in front, turnover, quick shot! Back of the net, they score! Anthony Guttig making it a 5-1 game.
More choppy play in their own end allows Guttig to pounce on a loose puck. 20 feet out, right in the middle of the ice. Snaps it by Karnahoff. Forecheck there to turn it over from Douay. And Karnahoff cannot see it through the bodies of his own defenseman. Bouncing puck. Teed up perfectly and just inside the post. For the 5th for France. And all smiles right now. And little conversation happening. Dave Lewis calls timeout. Not to try to rally his team to win, but just to reinforce the message that this tournament's not over. And they're not only playing to conceivably make the quarterfinal, but really not to be relegated. And so maybe it's just a message of this is how we need to play the rest of this game so that we can have more success going forward. When we play Austria in a game we have to win, we need to do this better. Let's use the 12 minutes available to us now to work on the things that'll help us the next two weeks.
So 29-year-old Anthony Guttig, he had 1 goal, 5 points in 27 career games coming in. And game now number 29 at the Worlds. He has another goal, so 2 all-time at the World Hockey Championship. And a turnover here. Nice dangle in front, bouncing puck as that drive through the net was broken up. Play continues to the right of Hardy. And France able to chip it into the neutral ice area. As Clairot is swinging his stick, giving chase. France retreating. With just over 11 minutes to go in this 3rd period. Nice dangle through, and that backhand just missing. Coast-to-coast action. As Anthony Rek.
He wants in on the party that Fleury and DeCosta have been having, his line mates.
The rat goes to the front of the net. Sent back up for Manivillon. Fires and right in the crest. As Mikhail Karnahoff makes the stop. It's been all France. They lead 5-1.
Time cleaning break. Ice cleaning break.
It's our game.
Against the Belarusians, a 5-1 advantage for France. Just over 11 minutes to go in this 3rd period. France's best finish ever, 8th, twice at this tournament, most recently in 2014. And looking good to get their first win this year in Copenhagen as Serenkovic chips it in the corner, drives for the net. That shot is high and off the netting for a whistle as Igor Serenkovic and Pavlich, who has the lone goal for Belarus, not only in this game, but in the tournament as well.
And a good bounce back effort for Florian Hardy, who was beat by Pavlovich, only the 1 goal he gave up in this game, but after a difficult and brief appearance against Russia in the first game. He's been good. A couple breakaways he's faced down, made the timely saves, and allowed his team to be opportunistic in working themselves to a comfortable 5-1 lead.
Clairaut, Texier, and Lamperier. Third line out for France. As Janil. Clairaut, he took a stick up high right in the face, and they'll shake that off. And Clairaut continues to chase in the neutral zone. As Volkovsky tried to advance it in deep and can't, so it comes back into the Belarusian zone. And our triple header on TSN NHL Network continues tonight. Czech Republic, Slovakia, our first look at both those nations.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one, though. Those two countries, formerly part of the same country, of course.
There's Volkovsky driving in behind the net. Dishes off to the far circle, swung back up to the point. As Jeff Platt works it around the boards. Volkovsky able to keep it in. Platt wanting it backdoor, shot didn't get through. And a collision in the far circle, and both players slow to get up. France leading 5-1.
And today's attendance, 6.
France number 63, minor penalty for interference.
529 spectators.
Alexander Texier in the box for interference, and Maxime Shishko, fourth round pick of the Flyers in 2017, drawing that penalty. As Shishko was the captain of the World Junior team in Buffalo, at 8 points, and the young man in his first men's World Championship at 19 years of age. So he draws the penalty, and Belarus on the power play. And a nice opportunity here, shorthanded drop pass, and that was intercepted as Pare was trying to play setup man. Sharon Govich, also part of that World Junior team, tries to drive it in on the near wall as he continues to battle in the circle. As Jonathan Janil lays the body on him. Janil back to dig that puck out. Belarusians come away with it and just kept in. As Razadovsky has it, works it down low. Back to the far circle. Was behind the net as they continue to cycle on this man advantage. Time winding down by 4 in the hockey game. Long shot on the money. Great shot from Volkovsky as he let it go. Battle continues behind the net. Out in front, near circle, shot again. Florian Hardy shuts that down as well. So a couple of good chances on this power play. Charles Linglet letting that one go, and Chekishvili talking it over with the official.
Maybe some words on the bench right now for Belarus, because Vorobiev was there at the top of the slot waiting, begging Linglet to give him the puck for a one-timer, and Linglet took the angle shot, and both of them stormed off the ice, heads bobbing and weaving, muttering to themselves and others as frustrations have grown as the deficit has for Belarus.
Jeff Platt takes the draw, wins it, back to the blue line. Volkovsky fires, tipped, and bodies flying in front of Florian Hardy. Volkovsky hustles, chips it back in, gets it down low. It's Gavrus. Gavrus accepts that pass. Sets up behind the net. Back up to the point. Again, teed up shot, didn't get through, rebound in front. As they drive away, Claro races. Oh, he takes his man in hard, head first, and another penalty to come. One-time shot, whistled wide. So Texier's out of the box, but another penalty to come, and finally France touches up, and the Belarusians will stay on the power play.
Claro will be headed off for that hit on the boards. As Pat has been involved in a 5-1 game. He's been around the ice, been around some contacts.
Number 12, 2 minutes, boarding.
Latest hit absorbed by Claro. As he steps down the wall. It's the can opener into the hands that make it so awkward for Platt to try to spin out of there. He's trying to stop, but he can't because the stick of Claro has prevented him. And then he awkwardly goes into the boards. And Belarus has another 2 minutes to work on their power play. They can't cut in this deficit.
Next up for Belarus, Team Russia, and we had a small sample size of them, but man, they have some offensive capabilities up front. 2 great lines. One-time shot from the near circle. Hardy stops it. Rebound in front. Hardy again. Kicks it aside, gets the pad out, and closes down shop. And here comes France. 2-on-1. Short-handed, long shot whistled wide as that wasn't even close. Nicholas Ritz missed by a couple feet. Sharangovich has it the other way. Sharangovich will drop that off with 1:28 to go in this power play. Razvodovsky setting up in the near circle behind the net. That shot in front. Sharangovich couldn't get a stick down and get a chance. It's kept in. Zerobi tees up that shot, and the captain let it go, and it's swallowed up as Pavlich let it go.
Florian Hardy's reading the play very nicely because Belarus going through the seams, but Hardy is right there, pretty square. Even when he has to move laterally quickly, fighting to see the puck, make that next second and third save at times. Keep Belarus at bay.
Jeff Platt, Kisly right in front, fires, oh, and Hardy got enough. Artem Kisly, you're not gonna get a much better chance than that, and Hardy had an answer.
That is a busted coverage. Fleury gets dragged to the inside. All alone, he's almost like on a breakaway. And Hardy aggressively off the goal line. How far outside the crease he is when he makes the save, cutting down the angle.
Artem Kisly, what an opportunity. 1:02 to go in this power play. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the third period. And that was their best chance of the hockey game, and there a tough break as they'll have to reset. It comes out of the zone, and Kishley will fire it back in. Bouncing puck, another one of those weird bounces, and fired down the ice. And another penalty to come.
You probably want to give the puck to France here. Get as long as you can. 5-on-3. There you go. Thank you.
Right on nets, and Florian Hardy stops that. They heard you, Mike Johnson.
One of those Falkovsky. Listen, if Falkovsky's taking a high stick, that's a high stick. 6'7" without skates, so you got to get it up there. And Fleury, that's on a follow through.
France number 9, minor penalty for high sticking.
Which is allowed in the NHL, but a penalty for Damien Fleury here late in the third period. So 32 seconds, 5-on-3. If you're Belarus, you have to be thinking, not only do we want to score on the power play, we want to score quick. 32 seconds. We want to try to get one before the first power play expires to give ourselves 1.5 minutes of the second one, 5-on-4.
Sharangovich taking the draw, and they control. Lisovitz has it, works it down low. Linglet fires deflected as Charles Linglet. Pretty good look. Lisovitz near a circle as he waits. Linglet, Lisovitz swings it back up to the point. They'll switch up positions. Platt has it, fires, that's high and misses the mark. Evgeny Lisovitz back on it. Platt, one-timer, fires, and that's right in the crest, and Florian Hardy sees it and stops it.
And that's the first kill done for France. So Belarus didn't waste any time. They put 3-4 shots in on Florian Hardy. Couple that missed, couple that he made the save, and Jeff Platt's gonna need a new batch of sticks after all the shot attempts he's had in this game. Another one-timer that Hardy swallows up.
Florian Hardy, in my mind, player of the game for France. Made a couple big saves. Face off to the left of him. Minute 27 to go in this power play. And they'll figure out the face-offs eventually. Platt now waved out. Face-off won by Gorershin. Back to the point. Fired in down below the goal line. Back up top. One time drive, and that stop rebound, and just missing was Gorershin. As he was advancing there, had a pretty good look right in front of the goalie. Broby works it down low, back up top. Broby has it, fires, scores! Pavel Broby finally provides an answer, their second goal of the game. They still trail by 3.
He's got the big shot for the blue line, and they actually get one through the shot blockers for France, who had done a really good job killing penalties up to this point in the game. And here you see Broby teeing it up.
I want to welcome our viewers that were watching Finland and Korea. And a replay of the power play goal from Pavel Broby, who lets it fly. It's been all France, though, in this hockey game. Now a 5-2 advantage. With just over 5 minutes to go in the third period.
No chance for Hardy on that one. If you notice, it hit Pare's skate, changed directions. And that's why he's fooled on a shot that he's been stopping all night.
So Finland enjoying an 8-1 victory. Backhand in front, Hardy the stop. And another storyline for our viewers joining us, Florian Hardy, the netminder, in his 8th World Championship. He was pulled in a 7-0 loss to Russia in their opening game, but he has been brilliant in this one against Belarus. He's faced 38 shots, stopping 36 of them, and a couple prime-time scoring chances, and he's answered the call as Kitterov has it, drives behind the net. Kitterov continues to battle with Manavion. You can't miss Manavion. He's got the glorious beard, and he's going off for a change. Ekfoil now has it for France as he settles it down. And 2 Canadian coaches behind the bench. It's Dave Lewis for Belarus and Dave Henderson. Another penalty to come. And this time it'll be France going on the power play. Swung around the boards. Trey lets it go, and Ekfoil will touch it. And it is time for a power play for France. They lead by 3 with just over 4 minutes to go in this third period.
Belarus number 17, minor penalty for goalie difference.
Serengovich in the box for Belarus. France back on the power play, leading by 3. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go in this third period. Teddy DaCosta out to take the draw for France. As the play continues along the far wall, the Belarusians control and able to dump it down the ice as Denisov will chip and chase. Swung back into the Belarusian zone, and Bernalhoff will play it up ice, and it's fired down. Florian Hardy will settle it down. Has to be careful with Demkov engaged in that far corner. Demkov was coming in. And 2 players tied up there in that far corner.
Sticks through the skate blade again. Second game in a row we've seen that.
It's a talent. Eddie DaCosta had that picked off, and it was brought in offside as Stefan DaCosta just put his teammates offside.
The skate manufacturers might want to slide a bar in that area of a skate, just so the play doesn't go through there.
Wow. I'm a marketing guy. We could look into that.
Wouldn't weigh anything. Maybe add some stability. I don't know. Dangerous spot. There's still a stick on the ice there. They got to get cleared out as Hardy shoots it back up to towards the neutral zone. Number 1 unit for France still out there.
A minute 18 seconds to go in that power play. Controlled off the face-off and fired in by the Belarusians. Manavion swings it cross ice as Anthony Rek doesn't like what he sees, so he restarts behind his own net. DaCosta, he's had a couple nice break-ins for France, weaving through Belarusian players. Couldn't get through that time. Nice job from Denisov to spin, kill off some more time, was looking for the trailer. That was picked off. Flipped towards the net. Koryashin working along the blue line. Koryashin gets it in deep, and nice job to kill off some more time. Shot, and that missed the mark wide as Denisov let it go. Denisov back for it. Lisovitz, the speed, tough angle shot, and no problem. Florian Hardy tried to go high short side, and Hardy said no, making the stop. It goes out of play for a stoppage. 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining, and 17 seconds to go in the power play.
Well, it was a nice win for France. They are currently 12th in the world. Belarus currently 11th. They have to beat the teams in and around them as they want to close the gap into the Slovakias and the Switzerlands and move up in the world rankings. But you have to start by keeping track of the guys immediately surrounding you, and this is a good win.
Long shot, rebound in front, shot, scores! Jordan Perret following up. You can book it. 6-2 France.
Bernahov is going to want that one back. He spits this easy slapper from outside right into the slot area, and Jordan Perret is able to put it in the empty net, but a slap shot from this far out in your glove has got to stay in your glove. Bernahov is not able to squeeze it. Leclerc tees it up. He just drops it, flat out drops it. They're shorthanded, so Perret has a step on the back checker and able to shovel it upstairs for the 6th of the night for France. And this one comfortably in hand with just 2 minutes left.
France barely managed 10 shots on net against Russia. They have 6 goals in this hockey game. Jordan Perret in his 3rd Worlds. His 2nd goal all-time at the World Championships as Clairaut swings it along the boards, fired back in behind the net. Sharangovich weaving over the blue line. Sharangovich did everything but to get a shot off as it was knocked off his stick. Advanced back in by Charles Linglet, and he lost it. Centering pass picked off and dumped back down the ice. And Kiel back for Belarus. Watched by Gutig. As we approach the final minute in this 3rd period. Chip back into the neutral zone, and coming in, France had won 3 of the last 4 meetings. You can make it now 4 of the last 5 at the World Hockey Championship.
This will wipe away the pain of the Russian loss, which was very lopsided, even by Russia standards. And so France right back in the tournament thinking, you know what, we can compete with the teams around us. Maybe we can creep up and grab one of those teams above us, Czechs, Slovaks. Those are the teams they're trying to chase down and become more competitive with.
And for Belarus, they're going to have to regroup as they take on Russia next. DaCosta turnover. And fortunately for him, France able to get it up into the neutral ice area. Rek hits the trailer. That shot, there's a nice glove stop. No problem with there for Mikhail Kornhoff, who made that glove save. A little late, down by 4, but good stop.
It's good to know that it works anyways. Very good play hitting the trailer. Rash and Shakshvili comes in, and Kornhoff awkwardly makes the glove save. Gotta think he gets the start against Russia, which might not be great news for him either, given the starter Kulbakov was pulled against Sweden. He was pulled against France early after 2 quick goals.
Kirill Kaprizov had a great opening game for Russia. A couple of goals and assists. Under 10 seconds to go in this third period. Centering pass in front, a good save there as Florian Hardy shut that down just in time on Kitterov. And the horn sounds. And full marks to Team France, and Florian Hardy was pulled in that loss to Russia. He comes through, and congratulations to Dave Henderson in France as they pick up their first win of this 2018 championship. One more game tonight from Royal Arena. It's Slovakia and the Czech Republic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded with the official watch from Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. The prizes will be presented by Ingvar Hansen, Chief Executive Officer of the 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. The best player from Team Belarus, number 71, Alexander Pavlovich. And the best player from Team France, number 14, Stefan da Costa. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of France. The 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue here in Royal Arena tonight with the game between Czech Republic and Slovakia. That game will start at 20:15. for the game in Herning, Finland 8, Korea 1.
Stefan, it seemed like the team had much more confidence in this game compared to yesterday. What happened there?
Well, yesterday was a really tough opponent. I think today was a really big game for us. I think we played more desperate with less mistakes, more like a big game for us, and we played a good 60 minutes, I think.
And for yourself, what inspired you to play so well?
Well, we needed to step up, so I think the whole team stepped up, and it worked out for us. I think I played a pretty good game, but well, now we got to keep going.
How important was it for the team to get this win today?
It's huge, but now we got to think about the next game, because this tournament is going to be tough it's going to be tough for us. So we're going to have to think about game by game and see what happens.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Charles, what was the main difference in that game?
Well, let's put it this way: their top players delivered. You know, we were undisciplined. They took advantage of that. I don't think we followed our system to the T. We made some mistakes, and they buried on us when they had the chance.
Can the team take confidence away in the fact that you outshot them?
Yeah, for sure. Listen, we'll definitely look at what we did right tonight and try to turn this thing around. You know, we still got 5 more games, so we still got a long ways to go, and hopefully we'll play better and then start winning some games.
Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.